This is my latest and biggest exhibition to date. Hi, my name's Dan. Welcome to my exhibition. We're in the Oriel Môn gallery in Anglesey. The exhibition's called Home and Back Again. This exhibition is special to me because it shows a shift in the way I'm working as an artist and the way I'd like to portray my ideas, my creative thinking. The show opens with two works about different aspects of life during the lockdown and how they affected me. And the first one is a double self-portrait. It's about procrastination, expectations, sort of me looking at this blank palette, really trying to conjure up some creativity, and Alicia's expecting and waiting. It's designed to be kind of theatrical and moody. And then on the other side of lockdown, we've got the beauty of being able to look through the window from your apartment, take a break from work, and being able to sit at the table. So these two start to show off in stark contrast, really. And then the rest of the show has been my journey throughout the last few years, moving from Wales to Switzerland, and all the different places I've been, the people I've met, and the ideas I've had in that time. So these two pieces are inspired by my slight obsession with climate change, and also big obsession with the mountains. They're landscapes, but they're also ever-changing still life is how it feels, the ice. You know that next week it's going to have moved, and you know when you're standing there painting it that it can move, which is quite scary. You can hear it creaking underneath you. It's hard because there's like the process creating these is insane, but I feel like me just standing here chatting about it doesn't do it justice. So I'll pack my bag, my backpack with my easel, my canvas, and I'll ski tour. We ski toured onto the Glacier and stayed there for 4 days. It's myself and a friend who's a mountain guide, and went to study the glacier cracks, the seracs, and the melting ice. This piece is called We Don't Say Goodbye, and it's inspired by my now friend Katerina, who I met. She and her husband and their cat fled the war in Ukraine and had, as most Ukrainians did, a very complicated journey to getting their documents out of Ukraine, finding a safe place to live, and they now live in Switzerland. I've tried to create this painting that incorporates the viewer. That's why it's painted on the mirror. So as we look at the painting, the idea is that we see ourselves in the painting, and we really try and think about what she's been through and what would we do in her position. This one's a portrait of my dad at his forge before he retired. I'm there lifting little paintbrushes all day long, and Dad's lifting hammers and metal. And I just dragged all my paint stuff into his studio, and we did this painting over maybe a month or so, just me visiting and trying to paint from life, the fire, and capture that. It's quite fun to get out of my comfort zone and get out of the studio to paint a portrait. I guess this is an example of my style shifting into a place where we are more immersed in the artwork, and we can look around it. And there's classical oil painting and sculpture and a modern idea, a modern concept that's relatable to. Inspired by Stop Oil, I wanted to make an exhibition piece that continued the conversation of climate change. So my model is a young guy because he's set in stone now. Every time you see this, he's going to be the next generation. And I feel like the climate change mandates change every month, and they get pushed back and they get pushed back. So that stagnation is sort of represented in the fact that he's not going to change either. He's always going to be the next generation. So every time you look at this piece of art, it's going to have the same meaning, but for every generation of people that see it. And yeah, what will we leave them?